What can I tell you? What can I tell you? Match day 6, it's over. What a fantastic, beautiful night of football. Champions League, it is just fantastic. What happened today? A lot of things happened today. We'll not go game by game, but there are so many things that I need to speak about because I just watched Dortmund versus Paris Saint-Germain. 28 minutes. This is how long Newcastle was qualified to the next round. And at the end, they didn't make it because Paris Saint-Germain is taking that spot. And then in the other groups, it is Porto. But there is something I really want to anticipate before speaking about a lot of things. Football is safe. Football is safe, my friends. Football is safe not until the end of the season or the next year or the 3 coming years, 5. No. Football, and this is something that I can promise you already, is safe for the next 20 years. No, I am not exaggerating. For the next 20 years. Why? Because today, watching a few games, some highlights and so on, I saw baby champions, kids, because this is how we have to call them, kids, the kids, Vermeeren, Zaire Emery, Marguyu, Yamal, they are the future. We were waiting for the new generation. We were all thinking after Cristiano Ronaldo, after Messi, what will happen? Will it be only a run between Mbappe, that today didn't play well. He scored a goal, it was offside. Mbappe and Holland, well, we already have the other one that are pushing hard. Arthur Vermeeren, Zaire Emery, Yamal, but also another one from Newcastle, 17 years old, that is doing that assist for the first goal. Unfortunately, it's not enough for them to go through. So many beautiful things. What do we start with? Group F, the group of death, the group that was probably the most in balance. Well, Group F, Dortmund first, Paris Saint-Germain second. I told you Newcastle for 28 minutes. They were there to the next round. At the end of the night, they are there, out of every European competition because it's Milan that is beating them, that is going through. Let's speak about Dortmund, Paris Saint-Germain. We were probably expecting the yellow team, the yellow and black team, because they were already qualified, to play a bit more defensively, to play safe, thinking also to the Bundesliga, where they are not doing that great. They just lost in the weekend, and waiting for Paris Saint-Germain, well, no. A fantastic, beautiful, high-intensity game. Especially that first half was crazy. We saw 2 goals in the end. The first one, Adeyemi. Then Zaire Emery, the 17-year-old kid that is playing with a maturity you can't believe. For me, if Bellingham already won the Golden Boy 2 weeks ago, the next one is for him. He's already written. I don't know if he will continue with Paris Saint-Germain. I don't know what they will do. I don't know if he will win a trophy or not at the end of the year in Ligue 1, in Champions League. But the qualities of the kid is just fantastic. He's playing with the maturity of a veteran, of a 35-year-old player there in the midfield, always with his body, able to anticipate, to dribble. Guys, this is a star. I know that you already know him, but do you know him with the love, or do you watch him with the love that I am watching the kid? This guy is a star. He's already writing history for the future. Zaire Emery, not only the goal, but also how he played in the midfield. Mamma mia. But we saw 2 goals, but we also saw some beautiful defensive intervention. That one at the 25th minute, if I'm not wrong, of Sule. Probably the best one. The best I ever saw this year in 2023. The year is about to end. It's not over yet, so everything can happen. But at today, in 2023, Mbappe is about to score. At the end, he's doing a Nunes. But that save is just fantastic. And you know what's happening? At the same minute, in England, in Newcastle, St. James Park Stadium, there is Tomori that is doing not as beautiful, but also saving the ball on the line, keeping Milan alive until that moment. What is happening at the end? Dortmund is doing 1-1. Deserved. Probably the game should have ended 3-3, but we saw with really a beautiful game with PSG that were really scared because they were hearing to the result of the other game that we'll just speak about now. They were a bit scared. I saw Mbappe that was ghosting, but I saw a beautiful PSG with Barcola that played also a really good game. And then Dortmund, beautiful Dortmund. If we go to Milan, well, Milan, I don't know if they played or not the first half. They were totally absent, but totally absent. The Milanisti online, they were pissed off. It was Pioli out. What a disaster team. What a shame. How is it possible? We didn't even touch the ball. They were going with XJ, the expected goals, 0.03 for Milan. Newcastle totally dominated, and they were good, and they totally deserved to take the lead in that game. Probably they don't deserve to lose. But they didn't close the game. That assist is beautiful from another young guy, 17 years old, Lewis Miley. Also him. Keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on that kid. An assist for that first goal, that is beautiful. Joelinton, that is going with a real rocket. Maignan, that was fantastic today because he saved Milan in a lot of time. Couldn't do anything about it. At the end, it is probably the most discussed player from Milan, Chukwueze, that is entering first touch of ball, boom, goal. He's giving the win to Milan and also giving them the qualification to the next round. Qualification that could maybe be taken away. Why? Because with that shirt, ragazzi, third shirt from Milan, you can't go and play in Europe. They have to change. Let's go back to the red and black traditional lines of Milan. Go with full black, go with gold, go with white, go with whatever color, but that one is not acceptable. Playing in Europe with that shirt is not acceptable. I don't know if UEFA will open a topic to say, if you continue to play with that one, we give the spot to Newcastle. So Newcastle friends, please keep believing that everything can happen. No, I want to speak about Antwerp, that today they wrote history. Antwerp, in their home, 0 points after 5 games. They were the worst defense together with Manchester United. 15 goals conceded. Today they do the miracle. I am living in Belgium. I was watching the post game. They were partying as if they won the Champions League final, the World Cup, the title that they won last year in Belgium, in a really crazy end league in Belgium. Crazy, eh? Arthur Vermeeren. You probably already know the players from Barcelona. Marc Guiu, Yamal, Hamilton, probably. Even if it's his first game with Manchester City, Hamilton, 20 years old, first game, he's scoring 1-0. Then Manchester City is going with a second goal. They qualified. Do we have a lot of things to say about that? No, except of the fact, of course, that Hamilton was a ball boy 6 years ago, and Pep Guardiola was speaking with him. He was motivating him. He was telling him, one day you will be here and you will score, you will play, you will score, you will give us the victory. And he was right, Pep Guardiola. He knew already. He was reading the future. What about the end of the season? That we don't know. That we have to wait a bit. But anyway, going back to Antwerp, they were partying because they beat. In the additional time, they have beaten Barcelona. A crazy game. Barcelona dominated. They missed a lot of chances. Yamal, another one that I told you, 16 years old, hitting the post. The post is still screaming in Antwerp. I'm in Brussels. I'm able to hear the post. It's still screaming. Immediately, super fast. Second minute of the game, Arthur Vermeeren that won that MVP. The guy is only 18. A lot of clubs are already on the Belgian kid that is speaking Dutch. Fantastic. 18 years old. The master, not only in Jupiler League where he's playing, but also in Champions League today against Barcelona. And he's scoring that goal immediately after a mistake. The goalkeeper of Barcelona is a disaster. A disaster mistake. Go back and watch the highlights. How is it possible that a goalkeeper is doing a mistake like that? Immediately. He never entered the game. How can you enter? Because he's also doing another mistake later. He's doing 2 mistakes in that game. He's giving 2 goals to Antwerp. And at the end, after the comeback of Barcelona, Antwerp is taking again the lead 2-1. Barcelona is doing 2-2 in additional time. They don't give up because they had a mission. They didn't want to close their group with 0 victories. They wanted to show that all the people that were mocking them, well, they were wrong because they could do something. And that's where, in the last minutes, that kid, Ilenikena, 17 years old, is entering. In the last 10 minutes, he's going with a really beautiful goal. 3-2, party in Antwerp. They are writing miracles. Big problem for the team of Xavi. Big problem. They lost against Girona. That is considered, they are first, but they are still considered a really small team. They lost today. And it's a shame if you go to Antwerp and you lose, being Barcelona. This morning, the papers were saying you have to win for the pride. They couldn't. Did I forget something? Crazy game, Porto Shakhtar. 8 goals. It finished 5-3. A lot of controversy at a certain moment on the goal there from Shakhtar, where the assistant referee is putting the flag on. All the Porto players, they stop playing. Shakhtar scores. But if the referee is not whistling, you have to play. You have to continue to play. This is the basic rule that me, as a coach, I'm telling to the 8, 9 years old kids. I'm telling them, until the referee is not whistling, you play. And we spoke about a lot of babies, a lot of kids today. Well, there is a veteran there that in a few months will be 41, Pepe. He should know that. He should know that you can't just stop because otherwise you concede. Luckily for them, they win 5-3 and they go through. They are the 16th team that are going to the knockout stages. I can't wait. I can't wait that it's February to see them to continue to play. We will not see Vermeeren anymore in Europe, and it's a pity. But we will see some other ones that we just mentioned. Zaire Emery. Guy, today he impressed me so much. Not only today, but he's confirming, really confirming. Super happy for him. So maximum of like in the debrief of today. Again, we didn't go through everything. Tomorrow on the video we'll go in detail with the headlines, with the pictures, with whatever you want. Thank you. We see each other soon. Ciao.